Hey folks, welcome to the first video of my brand new channel. And I was thinking, what a way to kick off the new channel with Wrestlemania weekend and a Wrestlemania predictions video. Cue titles, or yeah, we'll stick them up. Yeah, we'll stick them somewhere. Folks, I'm Kevin O'Donoghue and welcome to my brand new show, IWN or Irish Wrestling Network. It's Wrestlemania weekend, the Showcase of The Immortals, the ultimate, I'm not saying ultimate, no, I hate that tagline, it's stupid. So right, we have WrestleMania this weekend, 13 matches, that's a pretty stacked card. So, I suppose we'll just go through each match and I'll see who I think will win, who will lose, and which matches will bore me, which matches won't. So, let's get started. So first up we got the pre-show. We have two matches in the pre-show. One of them definitely should not be in here, but alright, it's just the way they're going to book it, so we'll have to deal. We'll start with the Under the Giant Battle Royal. Now, till Monday Night Raw, it was looking like they were building the Big Show to win it. Even though we know the Big Show has said in the past, and on the Stone Cold podcast, that primarily his job now is to put over the younger, newer talent. But then on Monday Night Raw, Braun Strowman announced he was going to be in the Battle Royal. And I went, in my head I went, ding ding ding, Strowman's going to win the Under the Giant Battle Royal. And it seems to be pretty much a consensus amongst most fans, which I tend to agree with. So yeah, that's pretty much all to say on that one. So we'll move on. So the second match in the pre-show is a title match, the Cruiserweight title match. Now this is the match I don't agree with being in the pre-show. This is a brand of WWE that they're trying to promote, they're trying to get over with the crowd. So then put it on the main show. Don't put it in the paper. Or not pay-per-view, but pre-show, where a third of your audience are going to see the match. Put it in the main show where you've got the stand stacked, and it's a show that could get the, it's a match that could get the crowd hyped for the rest of the show. So putting in the pre-show, I don't really see the logic behind it, but okay. Moving on. We've got Neville versus Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight Championship. I was originally going to say Neville to retain, but they're really pushing Austin Aries at the moment. His promo work has just been on absolute fire. His in-ring matches, I'll be honest, I've never been a fan of 205 Live, but I've tuned in for Austin Aries matches, and bloody hell, they've entertained. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to put it this way. Neville to retain. No. Good change. Austin Aries to win. Rematch at SummerSlam. I'm going to say Austin Aries to win and keep that belt till SummerSlam. Then you get the rematch between Neville and Austin Aries. Well, the rematch at SummerSlam where Neville wins it back from Austin Aries. So I'm going to say Austin Aries to win the Cruiserweight Championship. So after that then we're on to the main show. And we've got the SmackDown Women's Championship. We've Alexa Bliss defending against the entire SmackDown Women's roster, which is for the women. Oh no, 5, sorry, Naomi came back on Monday. Forgot that. I should have waited until Mania to do it, but yeah, these things happen. A couple of things could happen in this match. I'd like to see Naomi win it back, especially having to relinquish it due to an injury. There is the potential in this match because they still haven't announced what type of match it is. Is it a fatal... Is it a six-way pack challenge, or is it a gauntlet match, or... So, there's potential for some surprise appearances, namely Asuka. If Asuka loses on NXT on Saturday night, she could appear at Mania, or she could win and do double duty like Kevin Owens did. So, but anyway, back to who's going to win it. I'm going to go with Naomi. I think the fact that she had to relinquish it due to injury, although Alexa Bliss has been doing a good job with it. Here's what's going to happen, or here's what I think is going to happen. Alexa's going to retain, but it's going to set up for a feud between her and Naomi, which is going to culminate, that's the word I was looking for. Culminate at SummerSlam. Now I know there's going to be a couple of pay-per-views in between, but that's where it's going to culminate, where Naomi's going to win it back at SummerSlam. So I'm going to say Alexa to retain. So next then we have more title action. We have a triple threat ladder match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the Club, we have Enzo and Cass, and we have Cesaro and Sheamus. As much as I'd love to see the belts go back on Cesaro and Sheamus, because they're one of my favourite tag teams at the moment, and I'm not saying that just because myself and Sheamus are Irish. I just think they're a very entertaining tag team. But I see the belts going on Enzo and Cass. They've got very few opportunities or shots at those titles. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to go with Enzo and Cass to win this. I know they're kind of the underdogs in this match. Just because they like to say, well, Enzo essentially makes them the underdog. But yeah, I'm going to say Enzo and Cass to win the Raw Tag Team Championships. So after that then, we have more title action again. This time we have Baron Corbin facing Dean Ambrose for the IC Championship. And this has been one of the better built feuds. Especially with Baron Corbin trying to crush Dean with a forklift. You know, that there's been real throwbacks to the Attitude Era throughout. As to who's going to win it, I'd say put the belt on Corbin. Corbin could do a great job with that belt. Not that Dean hasn't, but I prefer Dean's, when he was back in the Shield, his more intense, unstable, you never know what the hell he was going to do, kind of more aggressive attitude. Compared to his kind of comedy attitude. Don't get me wrong, some of his skits are funny, but it's just not. I don't buy him as a champion. I'll put it this way: when he walked out with the title, he goes, "Oh fuck yeah, Dean's the IC champion. IC champ. I'd forgotten about that." He just doesn't. His latest gimmick doesn't come across as champion material to me. If you know what I mean. Like if he did his more aggressive, unstable, kind of unpredictable gimmick, then yes, then I definitely buy him as a champion. So I'm going to say Corbin to win the IC Championship. Then we have mixed tag this time with John Cena and Nikki Bella versus Miz and Maurice. Now the build up to this has been spectacular, especially from the Miz. The Miz has been on fire, and normally I find stuff like was it Total Bella Bullshit or something like that was the name of the little vignettes he was doing. I normally cringe at stuff like that, but I actually found these very funny, very well done. The way I look at it is, John Cena has pretty much said he's going to be disappearing again for a while to do some movies. Nikki Bella is talking about retiring. So that leaves Miz and Maurice still in the company. So to me it makes logical sense to give Miz and Maurice the win, to make them look even stronger than they already are. That way they become, I don't know, in the eyes of the fans, they become a powerful heel couple. Like there's been some great heel couples down through wrestling history, and I'd honestly say Miz and Maurice are up there with them at the moment. They're doing great stuff. They're brilliant. They're one of the best heel couples we've seen in a long time. So I'm going to say Miz and Maurice to win this, more than likely through shenanigans or dirty means. But yeah, it only makes sense with possibility Nikki Bella retiring and John going off to do more movies. We're not going to see the two of them on screen for a long time. So it makes sense to put Miz and Maurice over, considering we're going to see the Miz and Maurice on SmackDown every week. So yeah, that's pretty much my call on that one. So we're back again with more title action. This time we have the match that has possibly the best build-up of any WrestleMania match on the card this year. We have Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho for the United States Championship. And I find it hard to find anyone who would argue that this hasn't been the best build-up. The whole Owens turning on Jericho, we knew it was coming. We didn't know when it was coming and how it was going to be implemented. But that whole Festival of Friendship, when it happened then, it was just done so well. The whole Jericho thinking he's got a new list, and you see list of KO. It was just done so well that up to Tuesday night after SmackDown, this was probably the only match I was actually excited for. Because the other matches I was there, yeah, it's going to happen. So I was there, yeah. So I'm going to say, now there is speculation that Jericho, or there's been talk that Jericho is going to be leaving again for another period of time. So I'm going to say Owens wins. Like again, same kind of a situation as John Cena. It's kind of, it makes sense to put the title on someone who's going to be around all the time. Although there's a match coming up later on that completely defies that logic, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to say, yeah, Kevin Owens to win, because Jericho has probably done some of his best work on this run that he's done in years. He's just super over with the fans. He's I don't know, the list at first I could, oh god, this thing's cringe, but it just became how would I put it? It just became one of those things that you kind of go, this is genius. So, but if he's leaving, it makes sense to put the title on Owens. So I'm going to say Owens to retain. Or sorry, not Owens to retain. Oops. Owens to win. I'm penned out, folks. We're about halfway through the card. We're nearly there. So we've women's title action again, this time for the Raw Women's Championship. We've a Fatal 4-Way, which was originally a triple threat. We have Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha versus Nia Jax. I'm going to say Bayley to retain, but Sasha's going to turn heel on Bayley, which is going to set up a feud between the two of them. Now, the only problem I have with this match is, we've seen all these matches countless times. These four women, that is the Raw Women's Division. So, Raw seriously needs some NXT call-ups to fill out the Women's Division, because it's only the four of them. Now, granted, I think SmackDown's only got 2 extra women than excuse me, 2 extra women than Raw, but still, we've seen this set up so many times already. Variety is the spice of life and all that. So I'm gonna say Bayley to retain, and I know a lot of people don't agree with Nia being in the title match. I said, damn right she should be there. She's proven, like I was saying earlier on, as improved wrestlers goes, she is vastly improved. Her scripted mic stuff is still not great, but her improv in-ring banter, or I suppose trash talk, is fucking brilliant. So I'm going to say, yeah. So anyone who says Nia should not be in that match, screw ye, she should be. Okay, fair enough. Look, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm saying screw ye, she should be. So yeah, Bayley to retain, Sasha to turn heel, and we get a Sasha and Bayley feud then building up to maybe SummerSlam. I know I keep saying SummerSlam for these feuds, but I kind of look at the card. I don't really count a lot of the other pay-per-views because they're middling pay-per-views. They're glorified Raws and SmackDowns. I kind of look at the big four. You know, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble as the pay-per-views where feuds should culminate. Yeah, I got it right that time. So, yeah, we'll move on. So, up next is a match that no one really wanted to see. We've AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. A lot of people are unhappy with the fact that AJ Styles isn't in the title match at WrestleMania. He's possibly the best wrestler in the world. Even Kenny Omega said that about him. So the fact that he's not in the title match, a lot of people are upset about this, and I understand why they're upset. But the build up to this has actually been quite good, and actually got me quite interested in the match. So this, you never know, like say, Shane can go on the ring. I know he doesn't look like it at times, but we've seen him go on the ring at times. So this could, and you know AJ, you've seen what he did with Reigns. AJ can pull a good match out of anyone. He can pull a great match out of anyone. So I'm gonna say, here's what's gonna happen. Now there's rumors that Vince wants AJ on Raw. So I'm gonna say Shane wins. I know it will ace off the crowd to no end, but hear me out. Shane wins. AJ pretty much goes, or how to put it on. Shane wins, but he does it not in a screwy way because he's the face McMahon, whereas Steph's the heel McMahon. I don't know. He does it in a way that's pretty much results in AJ going, well, fuck you, Shane. I'm off. I'm done with SmackDown. Your show's going to, you do the whole ego thing of, oh, your show's going to collapse without me and all this, and he goes, yeah, 2 fingers to you, Shane, and bugger it, I'm going to Raw. So I'm going to say Shane to win, but to tie in, or to set up AJ leaving SmackDown and joining Raw. So we'll move on. So next thing we have, so what do we have after that? We have, what after that? Oh, we've Triple H versus Seth Rollins. And a lot of people are saying, and I agree, this is a feud that took too long to build. As in, they should have started 8 months ago, not 4 weeks before WrestleMania. For some of you that don't know, Triple H screwed Seth Rollins out of the Universal title. Then we heard nothing for about 7 months. And then it all kicks off again with Rollins turning up at NXT, which was a great bit of storytelling. Their promo on Monday, I was there. Does anyone really care about this feud anymore? It's been so long since it happened. But their promo on Monday, my God, if that didn't get you excited for this match. It's a non-sanctioned match, which is kind of bullshit because I suppose the contract they signed is so that Rollins can't sue WWE. That it's all kayfabe. That Rollins can't sue WWE if he gets injured. So this is a match that anything could go. We've seen Triple H in no DQ, non-sanctioned matches before, and shit can get violent. So I'm gonna say, yeah, Rollins win. Rollins win. I love this whole thing of this isn't revenge. This is redemption. That I'm trying to win back or get back to the person that I was before I met you. I love that line. This is a great line. And so yeah, I'm gonna say Rollins to win this. It's not gonna be easy for him. My God, Triple H isn't gonna make it easy for him. One of the other interesting things is, what's Triple H's entrance gonna be this year? He always pulls something out. So yeah, Rollins to win this, and Triple H bugger off back to the gorilla position where you normally are. Alright folks, so we're on to third last match, and the match that no one really wanted. A lot of people are angry about it. With Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. And what I'm about to say is going to get me a lot of heat. I'm going to say Reigns to win. On the condition that he turns heel. Now, I'm not the only one to think this. There's a lot of people out there who think this would be the perfect time to turn him heel. The build up to this has been pretty weak. It's not a match I'm excited, especially since Reigns can't carry a match. Not like the likes of AJ Styles can. He can bring a great match out of anyone. The Undertaker he's frail. He's getting older. Like your body can only take so much. But so I'm gonna say Reigns to win, but he has to turn heel. Yeah. Oh God, if Reigns wins, the crowd's gonna fucking riot. But yeah, Reigns to win. Alright, we're back after a few technical difficulties. Battery ran out of my camera, so I had to try and find a lead for it. So, right, we're on to the third last... Oh no, sorry, no, we already did Roman Reigns and Undertaker. Alright, yeah. Now I remember where we were. We're on to the match that... Now this is possibly the match that no one wanted to see. Again. Safe bet it'll probably be the shortest match on the card. We have Goldberg versus Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Pretty much if you saw Raw Monday night, you saw Goldberg spear Lesnar outside the ring. You've already seen the match. Because look, we know Goldberg can't go for very long in the ring. Now don't get me wrong, the dude is what, 50 odd and he's ripped as fuck. Bloody hell, he's healthier than I am. By a fucking country mile, but I'm going to say it's going to be another short one. I'm going to say Goldberg to retain. Now, it hasn't been confirmed whether he's going to stick around till SummerSlam or even the next Raw pay-per-view. But both of them are kind of part-timers. And I think, now I could be completely wrong in this, but I think Lesnar's contract is coming up. I think it's actually up after Mania. I think his contract was from Mania to Mania. So whether he's re-signed or whether he's going to re-sign, I don't know. So both of these guys' futures in WWE are still up in the air. So it's quite possible Goldberg can win again in another minute 20 something. But all indications that the fact that he dropped Brock on Monday night could, how would I phrase it, could add that fuel to Brock that, right, Brock badly needs this win. So I'm going to say, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I'm going to say Goldberg to win again in quick time, retain the Universal Championship, and continue this feud till SummerSlam. Because I can't see this feud culminating at whatever, whether it's Money in the Bank or Extreme Rules, whichever is the Raw pay-per-view before SummerSlam. I say it's a SummerSlam level feud. It's going to be similar to Lesnar versus Undertaker. They're only going to have matches at the Big Four, which makes sense considering their status within the company. So I'm going to say Goldberg to retain, and a possible feud at possible end to the feud at SummerSlam. So not a match I'm looking forward to if WrestleMania 20 is anything to go by. So we'll move on to the main event. Well, even though Goldberg and Lesnar has been built as a main event, the way it works is Orton won the Rumble. Rumble gets you into the main event at WrestleMania, so hence this is and should be the main event. We have Orton versus Wyatt for the WWE Championship. The build up to this, very good to a point. It felt very rushed. We suddenly go from Orton kneeling before Bray to saying, "Oh, I'm not going to fight with Mania," and then 2 weeks later he's burning Bray's house down. And go, whoa, 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 whoa! What happened to all the story in between? You kind of had the start, you had the end. There's no middle. So, as fantastic as that promo was, you're kind of going, why you're turning on him now? Okay, well, we all knew it was going to happen at some stage, but you know, a little bit of not filler, but a little bit of substance would have been nice. You know, kind of slowly put in the clues that he's going to turn this. No, I'm not saying that you telegraphed that he's going to turn on him, but you know, kind of like say the whole burning down house going to go, oh shit, this caught me off guard. Actually, you know, maybe think about it now. It's kind of maybe it was a better idea that the way they did it, because I know a lot of people saying that they could have done with a bit of substance. Joe, have a proper Joe your 3-act or your 3-act arc. You got your start, your middle, your end, and they kind of just had the start and the end. They skipped the middle. But the fact that they did that, they caught people off guard. They kind of go, oh shit, okay, so Orton is he's turned on Bray and in big style. So I'm gonna say, so this has been one of, like I said earlier on, there's been a couple of feuds that have really good build-ups. This is one of them. It's gotten quite, actually the last couple of promos gotten quite dark. So kind of, I'm kind of upset in the way that Luke Harper wasn't more involved in it, especially since he played a big part at the end. Or sorry, not at the end, but at the start of it. Like say, there's a couple of other channels that come up with ideas. Like say, Larson came up with the idea of have Orton start the new Wyatt family. And it's a good idea. I like that idea, but I can't see WWE going with that. So I'm gonna say, well, Orton isn't a part-time. He's more of an old-timer. He's been around for a while. Unlike Cena, he's there, barring injuries, he's there all the time. So I'm going to say, here's my story for this. Orton wins, and Bray realises that the powers of Sister Abigail weren't enough. Now, I know they did the whole thing on SmackDown where Orton smashed a weird looking crucifix into the ground to try and take away Bray's powers. So maybe that's the whole thing, that he can't beat Orton without the powers of Sister Abigail. And we bring back Eric Rowan. He teams up or he rejoins Bray to help take out Orton. Still not enough. So you could do a whole storyline where Bray is trying to get Luke Harper back, and Luke is saying, fuck you. You already threw me out of the family once, I'm not falling for that again. So you could have a great storyline there, like if Orton wins, this whole Bray just wants Orton's hide. More so than the title itself. So that could, so if they put the belt on Orton, that could lead to a very interesting story. Something similar along those lines. If anyone from WWE happens to watch this vid, which I very much doubt it, there's an idea, free charge. I'm not even going to look for money for it. So yeah, I'm going to say Orton to win. So folks, that's Wrestlemania. This has been my first video. I hope you like it. Hit the subscribe button, the like button. Leave comments below if you agree with my predictions, disagree with them. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Um, I will be doing a live tweet session Sunday night. You can check me out on Twitter at Kevin O'Meester. I'll put the usual links in the description like I've always done. And yeah, so thanks for dropping by, folks. I hope you like the new channel. So till then.